Hello, everyone. I'm here with Donna. She is one of our amazing in-person members, and she is our member highlight. A little round of applause for you. Congratulations. Thank you for joining me, Donna. If
Thank you for
we're just
having
gonna,
me.
of course, we're just gonna start. If you can just introduce yourself to everybody, kind of how long you've had Parkinson's, how long you've been coming to Rogue.
My name is Donna Waldo. I live in Irvine, which is in California, and I was diagnosed with Parkinson's in February of 22. So it's been a little over 3 years. And I found Rogue just kind of accidentally almost about 5 months into my diagnosis. And I was exercising a lot, but it just wasn't doing what I needed. And when I stepped into Rogue, I just knew I had come home and found my people.
That's great. We're going to start right into it. Kind of what is one success that you've had in the past few months or the past year?
I think the biggest thing, and I really worked at it and kind of worked at it from a bunch of different angles, is we do assessments every 6 months. And I was pretty good at the beginning, and then I started kind of going downhill a little bit, not significant numbers, but the one thing that I kept going down quite a bit was my right hand. My right hand and my right side of my body is what's impacted by the Parkinson's. And I was losing grip strength, and I was trying to do things and, just doing whatever I could to kind of beef it up. And it just kept going down. And about a year, and I think it was about a year ago, it hit its lowest point. And so I started working it back up, and I did a lot of, I did some OT, I did some PT, I did strength training, and just changed my exercises at Rogue a little bit to really focus on that. And at my last evaluation, my numbers in for my right hand strength is just a little bit behind my left and back up to where I was when I came in my first evaluation when I came to Rogue. And it was just, I get goosebumps just thinking about it. It was such a cool day to know that all that work had paid off.
Yeah, definitely. It was amazing. So, Donna's one of those great patients that we just love as physical therapists. She's like, what can I do to improve that grip strength? And I just told her, we're going to keep doing strength training. Every time that you're in class and you're holding that dumbbell, kind of grip it as hard as you can. And you've been doing that in class. And then you're always constantly going on long walks. So I was telling you, kind of carry a light dumbbell with you as you're going with those walks. And same thing, really focusing on gripping as hard as you can. And those were, you definitely did it. And we could tell, and you had a good improvement and everything like that. So I actually brought out her assessment. It's with me here. So the last time we tested on that right hand, we were at 19.8 kilograms, and that age norm is about 23.3 for your age, and you were 25.1 kilograms on that right hand. So we saw a huge improvement there, which is amazing. So it just shows everybody's watching, and it shows Donna too that you're putting in the work. You're going to get stronger every single time, and you're still working at it every single day. So yeah, from that 19.8 to the 25.1. So that is huge, and that's awesome, and we're so happy and proud of you, Donna.
And I love that some of the or most of the evaluations are numeric, so you really can see the numbers. It's not like, well, it seems better. And I
Yeah, the
got to a
objective
point
data.
when it was at its worst. I just kind of given up using my right hand, and I still work full time, and I work on a computer a lot and a
Yeah.
calculator and on the phone. And I wasn't using my right hand. I retaught myself to type with left hand. I
Yeah.
was only using my left hand for everything I did. And now I am learning. I've had to almost reteach myself how to type with two hands, but today I was typing, and it's a little bit slower, but I know that it can still improve just like the strength did if I
Yeah.
just continue to use it.
Yeah, right. That practice makes perfect. That's fantastic. That's awesome to hear. We're so happy for you. Next question I have for you is what motivates you to exercise? What makes you come into Rogue after work?
I think just seeing results. I
Yeah.
came in really wanting to just slow down the progression of the disease, and I feel better when I exercise. I walk in the morning with a girlfriend, and that is great. But the kind of dual tasking that we do at Rogue
Yeah.
really is, makes it fun to work out.
That's great. What is one thing that you couldn't do before exercising that now you can?
I think just a kind of a general comment is anything that I didn't know how to do, I just wouldn't try because I wanted to only do things that I could do well at. And I've learned, there are things like we do so many different movements and everything, and I look at it and I'm like, I can't do that. But I just try and I do a little bit or I
Yeah.
modify it or so
Yeah.
that, I can do, like, I never thought I could do a deadlift with a dumbbell because I had back surgery about 10 years ago and I've been super careful, but you guys taught me how to do it properly and, when to move and when to be careful. And it just made a big difference. And
That's
just,
great.
yeah, seeing the results and just feeling so good. It's pretty ironic. I don't think I've ever been healthier than I am right now,
That's
which is
amazing.
just crazy.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, in all of our classes, we always preach kind of that modify, right? We might not be able to do everything because we have an injury or things like that. We've had previous surgeries, but being able to modify that in class and find different ways. We want you guys to stay active. We want you guys to stay moving. So you're a prime example of that for sure. Next question I got is words of wisdom or anything of encouragement for someone with Parkinson's.
I think for me, I educated myself and tried to find out as much as I could about the disease and look at kind of the positives, like the Jimmy Choi, some of
Yeah.
his videos that were really encouraging, and the positive aspects that I can really focus on the good and always look at what's improving and not what my limitations are, but what I still can do. And what I modified my diet quite a bit to be more Parkinson's friendly. And I don't miss the things that I used to eat because they just aren't good for me. So it's really trying to keep a positive attitude, look at the bright side, know my limits,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
keep moving.
Yeah, those are great pieces of wisdom for everybody for sure. I think that positivity it goes a long way, and that mindset of the mindset that you have, every single day, even on like the days that are not so great, or and the mindset when you're coming in to work out, it's like okay, I might not be able to do everything, but I'm going to try my best and I'm going to do what I can and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Those are all the questions I have. We love having you here at Rogue. You're a great in-person member. I know this is going a little bit out of your comfort zone, and
Very much so.
yes, we love to see you. We're so happy that you're willing to be our member highlight. We had to share. I think you've made so many great strides in the right direction, and that grip strength is, I think, the biggest improvement I've seen in my 2 years here at Rogue from somebody for the grip strength. So it's insane. It's pretty cool to see that. And so I'm just really proud of you. And I think you're just going to keep getting stronger and everything, building up that grip strength, building up your overall strength and everything. But thank you again. And congratulations for being our member highlight.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
so much.
Donna. Is there anything else that you want to add? And that's okay if you don't have anything.
One of the quotes that just popped into my head is
Yeah.
comes from Jimmy Choi. Is that I kind of talked about the food and the exercise because that's been just a real focus. Is that food is not a reward and exercise is not punishment. It's kind of actually the opposite. And so
Yeah.
I've really, when I feel deprived or whatever, I just think of that. Food isn't a reward. It's not for that purpose. It's for nutrition and
Yeah,
so.
definitely. Thank you so much for adding that. That is really a good point for sure, too. Yeah, Jimmy Troy posts a lot of great things. So anyone who's watching this video can head to Instagram or Facebook, anything like that, and see all the great things, videos, kind of motivational quotes that he posts. He talks about his experience with Parkinson's as well, too. So it's kind of the reason why we make these member highlights. We want to highlight our members, but I think it's really great to hear from people that directly have Parkinson's and their experience because they add so much great knowledge and kind of give advice to other people. So it's another person to kind of get that advice from is Jimmy Choi as well. Well, thank you again, Donna. Thanks for
Thank
getting on
you.
this call with me and sharing everything, getting to know you a little bit more. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thank you.